guys, John here for Forever Football, your Doncaster Rovers content, and welcome to a brand new transfer analysis video. Today's all about talking about John Bostock, who has signed on an 18-month deal. Now, of course, this was not recent news. This came out on the Monday before the Wimbledon match where we won 2-0. But I wanted to wait until after the Wimbledon match to give you a full transfer analysis and focus on this player, because of course he's pretty much going to appear in the Lincoln match on Saturday. So let's have a look at all the stuff about John Bostock, Darren Moore's reaction to this news, and also a bit of history on this guy as to where he's come from, because this is an absolute statement signing from Doncaster Rovers and our promotion charge going into the rest of this season. So before we get started, guys, make sure you like the video if you loved it, comment down below your thoughts and opinions, subscribe, click the notification bell so you never miss another YouTube video. And for now, let's have a look at all the details on John Bostock. So according to the official club website, John Bostock has signed on an 18-month contract at Doncaster Rovers. This 29-year-old has a wealth of experience, born in England and abroad, and joined Rovers after leaving French side Toulouse at the end of the previous season. After starting his career at Crystal Palace and making his first team debut at the Sky Bet Championship in the age of 15, he signed for Premier League Tottenham for £700,000 in 2008. He then spent time on loan with Brentford, Hull, Sheffield Wednesday and Swindon prior to moving overseas. Bostock made a big impact during his spell in Belgium, assisting 16 goals in his first season at Royal Antwerp, before helping OH Leuven to promotion to the top flight after scoring 13 and setting up a further 19 goals on his way to winning the club's Player of the Year award. He then moved to France to RS Lens and went on to be named the division's Player of the Year, which helped secure a move to Toulouse via a short spell in Turkey with Bursaspor. The former England youth international spent last season on loan at Nottingham Forest in the Sky Bet Championship and now becomes Darren Moore's third signing of the January transfer window, following the arrivals of Ellery Balcombe and Elliot Simios. Now, of course, he didn't sign in time to be eligible for the Wimbledon match. However, he will feature against Lincoln City. I'm pretty much guaranteed he will feature against Lincoln City. So let's have a look at a little bit more about this guy. So back at the age of 14, he was offered a 10-year contract by Barcelona, while the biggest clubs in Europe had kept close tabs on the gifted youngster. And of course, he made that Palace debut against Watford in 2007 in the 07-08 season. Now, you know, this guy's a former Barcelona youth. You know, he's got experience at Tottenham, Sheffield Wednesday, Hull, Brentford, Crystal Palace. Being that Barcelona youngster, he's got overseas experience. This is not just a wonderful signing for Doncaster Rovers and the perfect experienced replacement for Ben Whiteman. He is, in my opinion, a statement signing. And the reason why I call it a statement signing is because look where we are now. We beat Wimbledon, Lincoln beat Portsmouth, and Hull lost to Accrington the previous night. So that puts us in third place. And I've actually got, to be fair, funnily enough, while I'm here, I've actually got the League One table while we're here. I'm basically looking at this League One table currently as things stand. In terms of position-wise. We are fourth still. We do have a couple of games in hand, though. We have 3 games in hand on Hull, 2 games in hand on Lincoln and Peterborough. And basically, if we win all 3 games in hand, we will go 3 points clear of Lincoln. But of course, they've got their game in hand, which means they'll take it to goal difference. Now, we have a bigger goal difference already than Lincoln. So, or around an equal goal difference, should we say. So, you know, we are going to go ahead of Lincoln, especially if we beat them. Peterborough drawing against Bristol Rovers as well yesterday, so that was another great result for us, and another great way of signalling that we could be fighting for top of the league. And I think that this signing, again, this is another way to highlight our promotion charge and our title winning charge as well, because I think with all the injuries coming back, with Bostock in the squad, maybe a couple more signings, when the injuries come back to full fitness, and, you know, having the first team players we have already, we've got a very strong squad going into the rest of this season, and especially with just the league to focus on now, we're going full pelt with this, we're going full throttle, we're not taking any prisoners seriousness and we're absolutely going for it. So Bostock is going to be an experienced player. We've got a lot of youth in this team, and John Bostock will be an experienced head to guide those young players in the right direction, keep guiding them in the right direction. Now, in terms of getting to know more about John Bostock, with opportunities at senior level limited at White Hart Lane, he had those spells on loan to other EFL clubs. And of course, life after Spurs became great. The French Odyssey, back home. Is it for good? We don't know. But he is on an 18-month deal. Is there a possible chance to extend that deal past the 18 months? We'll have to see. But, you know, he's been an absolute baller. An absolute European baller in Europe, in England, around the world. And John Bostock, in my opinion, will be the perfect signing. Now, I know another person that's had a lot of praise for this guy, Darren Moore, the Rovers manager. And this is an official statement to the Free Press from Darren Moore, who believes the new Doncaster Rovers signing still has plenty of time to deliver on the tremendous potential he showed as a teenager back in the days of Crystal Palace's debut and even before that as a youngster at Barcelona. Now, Bostock was rated as one of the hottest prospects in the country after making his debut for Palace at the age of 15 and then at 16 at Tottenham. And his career may have not panned out as would have predicted after playing for 13 clubs in 13 years, but Bostock has enough time to ensure his best years are yet to come, according to Darren Moore. Now, his official statement to the Free Press states as follows: he has undoubtedly ability, and we knew that when we was a youngster, but sometimes expectation is a big thing. He was taught of as a really top youngster, so the expectation was there from the start. Timing can be a factor as well. The timing can just be all wrong. The thing I would echo at this age is now the ambitions and the attributes that he's got. There is still more than enough time to display them. What better to display them here than the platform we've given him at Doncaster Rovers? Moore is confident the signing of Bostock will prove to be a transfer coup for Rovers. And of course, making his remarkable return to English football after the successful few years in Belgium and France. And I'll tell you something now, the fact that we picked up a guy that's had so much success with RC Lens, with Leuven, with his young years at Palace and Tottenham and Barcelona, with Toulouse, with the short spell at Baraspor, with Nottingham Forest on loan, you know, all these different spells he's had over the last few years. It has been, this is a wonderful signing, and it just shows how good our recruitment team is now. I'm not going to, I mean, I was going to say in this video I'd like to see Josh Sims back at the club, but we'll wait and see on that. This is all about John Bostock, so I'm not going to mention Sims in this video again, but this is about John Bostock. This is about Bostock. This is about this wonderful, veteran, promising youngster midfielder, and you know the phrase, the players can work under the perfect manager if they play the right way. And, you know, players may not work at certain clubs, but they can work at other clubs and rejuvenate their careers. This is the platform that Bostock's got right now. He's our experienced head. He's one of our experienced heads with the likes of Coppinger, Butler, Anderson. You know, there's a lot of other experienced people coming into this club. And, you know, one of them is going to be John Bostock. He will join the likes of Coppinger and Butler and Anderson as the experienced people in this side. And he will help our young talent, our Amos, our Jones, our Williams, our Lakilo, John, loads of other young up-and-coming talent, Smith, Richards. You know, if Sims comes back, he'll technically still be a young talent. You know, and I reckon that John Bostock will help lead the youth into the right direction once again. Like we've done this season so far with our experienced and our younger players. We've led them in the right direction, and, you know, he'll be another one to help that cause again. And special shout out to the recruitment team at Rovers for picking up this absolute dream of a signing. It's a statement. It's an absolute statement that we are coming for the championship. And it's not just we're going to go to the championship for next season and we're going to be everyone's walkover next season. That's not what we're saying at all. This signing on an 18-month deal, and hopefully we'll extend that a bit more if he loves his new home in Doncaster. this isn't just saying, oh, we'll go to the Championship next season, we'll look good, then we'll get walked over like Wycombe at times this season, like Sheffield Wednesday this season, like other teams this season. We're not going to get walked over by the likes of Sheffield United, West Brom, Newcastle, Brentford, Watford, Reading, all these kind of teams. We won't get walked over next season. We will be a threat, and I've got confidence we will be a threat. It's not like League One, we're expecting to win every game, but if we do, fair enough, we deserve it. But we are bringing in the right players that's going to take us from League One into the Championship. And the next step for this club is to be a stalemate Championship club. No yo-yo between that and League One, because we can't survive that yo-yo. So we've got to be a proper Championship club that's going to at least stay in it, 100% confirmed. And then we keep growing the club where we get to a stage where, we'll get to where we were again with O'Driscoll. We finished just outside the playoffs for the Premier League. Maybe we get into the playoffs and we might compete for the Premier League. Who knows? But the journey started when Darren Moore walked into this club, and we got the recruitment team in with Adam Henschel, Gavin Baldwin, the CEO, the chairman, David Blunt, and we got this club in a brand new direction. John Ryan took us in a dare to dream direction that took us to brilliant places. And now the next ownership, the David Blunt ownership, is taking us in the next step, which is Championship to Premier League level, hopefully. And, John Bostock is one of the experienced players that's going to help us with that, because Bostock's got Championship experience, he's got overseas experience, so that matches the Premier League level as well, with the overseas international stars, or English stars that play international football. And we're going to do it. We're going to try and get as far as we can in the Championship. So I've got a complete confidence in this guy. I know he's going to be a great sign. It'd be great to speak to him at some point, because, speaking to Greaves on the channel in the past, speaking to Charlie Seaman in the past, obviously he's coming into the club next season. So, everything's positive. Everything right now with the club's positive. And this is just another signing on top of that makes it even more positive. So welcome to the club, John Bostock. I really can't wait for you to get started, mate. And this is going to be a wicked season, a wicked end to the season going into next season, where hopefully we will be a Championship club. But for now, guys, thank you very, very much for watching today's transfer analysis. My name is Aaron Chalner from Forever Football, your content for Doncaster Rovers Football Club, and that, my friends, is full time.